And hello, Ranger Nation. This is Josh Mason. I'm sitting next to Todd Jones for our live homecoming special at the community tailgate.
Yeah, Josh, so we got a big lineup in place here for tonight's show. We've got coaches of homecoming past, Coach Tedder, Coach Brockman. We've got some volleyball athletes, Emily Jones and Riley Rubio. Cross country is going to be here, Ethan Cox and Addison Jackson. We've got players of homecoming past, Tino and Fabian Madrid are going to stop in. Then we're going to jump into football. We got two offensive football players, Lincoln Madrid and Nathaniel Romero. A couple of defensive football players, your dynamic duo at the linebacker spot, Dakota Underhill and Landon Butts. We've got coach.
Oh, we're excited about that one.
Yeah, we are. Coach of homecoming present, Brian Hill. Then we're going to do some game picking. We're going to have Coach Bridges and Justin Outlaw up here with us. We've got games, races, tug of war, and a whole lot more.
Yep, tug of war, pie eating contest, a death match between the volleyball coaches, from what I'm told. So
we got all kinds of action stuff. So
yeah, we're excited.
Get in your truck and get down here for some tailgating Greenwood style, because it's high school game day time.
Okay, we'll roll right into to our first pair of guests. Right, these are coaches from the past. We're going to lead off this special Ranger rundown, and with Coach Tedder and Coach Brockman. Thanks for coming in, gentlemen.
Thanks for asking,
guys. Before we get started, I've got this picture right here. He looks familiar.
Now, who might that mean?
A little extra hair on the chin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn this around for everybody here. Look at this stud right here.
That's a long time ago, right?
Well, and I don't want you to feel left out, Tedder. So here's yours. Not only are you an alumni coach, you're an alumni. So hey, give it up for Coach Tedder. How about that? Thank goodness they don't have any of my high school pictures. All right. Yeah. So good stuff.
Had to throw that up for you. Little bit of an icebreaker.
There you go.
So for some people that might be new around here and not familiar with y'all's history with the school, why don't you, each one of you guys, take turns and tell us when you coached at Greenwood and kind of what sports or positions that you coached while you were here. Coach Brock, you want to start off?
Sure. I came here in 2003, fall of 2003, the year after Greenwood played for the state championship, and I stayed here coaching. I'm still here teaching, but I coached till 2018.
Okay.
Coached football the whole time. Got the opportunity to be the defensive coordinator for some of that, not all of it. Coached a bunch of boys and girls track, loved that, and I coached powerlifting for several years and loved that.
Cool. All right. How about you, Coach?
I've been here a little while. Graduated from high school in '89, and then I came back and worked for Coach Purser for a year, '94, '95. And I went to South Texas and coached, but I came back in '02, the year we won the state championship. And then I coached from '02 to, I think, 2008 or 9, I think. And then I got out and just went straight teaching, and then I got into administration.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, lifelong Greenwood guys kind of.
Pretty much.
I mean, been here for 21 years, that counts, right? You might not have been born here, but you got here as soon as you could.
Yeah.
Tedder, we'll start with you. What was your favorite thing about coaching Greenwood? And maybe what was the favorite sport that you coached?
It was football. Football was always what I liked coaching more than anything. But then I coached powerlifting too in the track. Got those coached throwers, and we had some really good throwers that time that I got to coach. So we had one win the state championship in the discus, and we had 2 or 3 make the regional and almost make the state. So that was a lot of fun. But truthfully, probably the kids. And when you get to, I was here my whole life, and you get to come back and coach, and then coach some of the little brothers, the kids I played with, and just the tight knit, and how the parents were, they real supportive, and it's just, we're not a city, we're a community, so that's always a little different. But just being Greenwood Ranger my whole life, so it's fun to come back and work here too.
Okay, Coach Brockman, same question. What was your favorite sport to coach, and what was your favorite thing about coaching here?
Well, football is a blessing from God, so that's got to be
Amen. There you go.
my favorite sport. And I'd love to give that smooth offensive coordinator answer about, community and people and all that. And it's all true. But as a defensive coordinator, I got to come in the spring when I got hired, I came from where I was at and got to coach a few practices, and they were more physical with no pads on than some places I had been with pads on. Kids here wanted to get right in the middle of the other guy, right? And that stayed true pretty much the whole time I coached. I just loved the fact that Greenwood kids, they didn't turn it down when it came to the hard, physical, nitty-gritty part of the game.
Yeah, that's definitely kind of the heritage that Greenwood has when you think about it.
Yeah.
So, what are some things that are different here now in Greenwood than when you were coaching? I know you guys are still teaching here, but think about when you first came here to coach. What are some things that are different, Coach Brockman?
I love the fact, sometimes it was hard, but when I first got here, we coached the kids from 7th grade through 12th grade. Everything was on the same campus, and they had it scheduled. And so, I mean, it could be in the nitty-gritty of the varsity district season, and you walked out there to 7th grade football practice or 7th grade off season or whatever it was, but you had an opportunity to build relationships with kids that were deep. They were deep when the kids got to high school, so they were responsive to you by then. Like when you talk about Tino and Fabian Madrid, that'll be on the show later. I remember them as 7th graders, and got to tell them I love them when they graduated high school. I mean, they were near and dear to me, still are. So that's very different that they don't get the opportunity to coach them from 7th grade up.
Yeah. How about you, Coach Taylor?
Probably just the size and the way, like Coach Brockman said back in the day. I mean, you coached 7th grade offensive line all the way to the varsity. So on Thursdays, you're traveling to Pecos to, coach the 7th grade. And on Friday night, you got to turn around and call the offense for the varsity. And it was just always, and we liked that. We liked, having the kids. And by the time they got to high school, they knew you knew them, what to expect, and expectations on both sides. So, and I know now they're just so big that we have to have middle school staff and freshman coaches and all that. Back then we did everything, so from all the way up. But that's probably the biggest change I've seen, just how we have to do things with the amount of kids we have now.
Yeah.
So basically, what both of y'all said, you yell at the same kids for 6 years.
6 years.
Right. Okay. So you always know who's yelling at you.
We joked about it before, but if we coached the way we coached back then, we would probably be on every Google/YouTube/video.
No higher list. Yes. Yeah.
The whistle to the helmet.
Seeing him before we got home. So.
Yes. Guaranteed.
Gentlemen, what was something that made Greenwood special to you? We'll start with Tedder on this one. Not let him think about it.
Probably getting the opportunity to come back and coach for the coach I played for, Coach Persher, and then coming back the second time, probably getting to come back and he pretty much gave me the offensive set of cheers and you run however you want to. And that was kind of a unique deal because Coach Persher was a wishbone coach. And, 98% of the time we were in the wishbone in some form. And we came back, I'd gone to Alice and kind of learned from another coach. And we came back, got the shotgun, truly started to spread at Greenwood, and players and parents and everybody couldn't really believe what we were doing back then when we started doing that. So, but getting to do that for him and, what he did for me, and then I get to come back and run the offense and work for him is probably my biggest thrill to come back to Greenwood.
Okay. Coach Brockman?
I'd say the responsiveness of kids, right when I showed up, whether it was football or girls track or really the classroom, anywhere. Greenwood kids are responsive to what you ask of them. They and there's always going to be the ones that push it a little bit, but the deep truth is that they not only want to respond because they want to win, but they want a relationship with you. And I think that's true of kids a lot of places. But I've gotten the chance to be here now for 22 years, and I see the old guys I coached 20 years ago, and I have a few kids in my classroom and that are the children of people that I coached, and that sense of longevity and really feeling a part of their life is pretty special to me.
So, what message do you guys have for this year's seniors, Coach Brockman?
It's going to be special. It's going to be a special year for them. And I'd encourage you guys to look up and see the people that scout team player that goes hard every day, that coach that comes out and tries to speak truth into your life every day, that mom and dad, that sometimes it's easy to take for granted. I just encourage you, as you have that special senior year, I think it's important to see the people that are helping you make it special, the people that put on this tailgate, that think about making it special for you. Don't take them for granted. See what they're doing for you.
Coach Tedder?
Probably along the same lines, enjoy every second you're out there. I mean, not many kids get to play high school football, and get in the playoffs, and we're going to get in the playoffs, and we get to go make a run, and it's just something that you need to enjoy every second. I know getting up at 6 o'clock on Monday morning is tough, but that's just part of it. But Friday nights, Thursday nights, wherever you're playing, just it's just special, and you need to enjoy every second you get to do this.
There you go, gentlemen. We appreciate it. It's all about making memories. Hopefully we can make some. This homecoming against who are we playing? Pecos. That's right. The death match. We played 3 Mustangs in a row, so I was thinking shallow water, sweet water. It was not a drink of anything. So Pecos. Yeah, there we go.
So next up, we're going to transition for you guys. Thanks for coming in. We're going to have Emily Jones and Riley Rubio from our volleyball team come in and step up, and they're up next. So thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's fun. Thanks for caught me off guard.
Uh-oh. Let's make sure you're paying attention.
Yeah.
I should write that down. Okay, switching gears just a little bit to some volleyball. We've got sophomore setter and outside hitter Emily Jones, and then junior hitter, outside hitter, Riley Rubio. Thank you, ladies, for coming on, joining us at the tailgate here.
You guys ready to get started?
Yes.
Riley, you're up first. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's have some fun. Riley, so this is your first year on varsity, right? Tell everybody how it felt when you found out that you made the team.
Yes, sir. So I've been playing volleyball since I was in the 1st grade, and being on varsity has always been my ultimate goal. I've looked up to so many varsity players, and so when I found out that I was going to be on varsity this year, I was really excited to get to play with some of the best people and for some amazing coaches, and just get to have a new opportunity to play with people that I love.
All right.
What was it like to put that uniform on for the first time?
At our first game, I was really, excited to do something new. Varsity is just such a different level than anything else I've ever played. Like I said, we play with the best people and against the best competition, so it was really exciting to get to try something different.
So, Riley, what is your favorite thing about playing volleyball?
Playing volleyball has always been my favorite sport. It's what I love to do, but the best part of it is getting to play with my friends and people that I care about, and I think it just makes playing so much more fun. All the rough practices and long games are just so worth it when you get to play with people that support you and love you.
Okay, Riley, last one. What's your favorite volleyball memory?
My favorite memory is a few weeks ago, actually, from the Denver City tournament when we won gold. We had to play some really hard teams and beat some really big teams. We beat Lubbock Christian, and then we got to play Andrews and beat them 25-6, which is really good for us. And then we got to play Denver City in their home stadium and beat them in 2 sets. So I think we worked really hard to win, and we got to show that we are a good team.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Emily, shifting focus a little bit, I saw that you just passed a very large milestone with your 1,000th assist. What was that like, and what do you attribute the success to?
It was a really fun experience getting to do that. It was really exciting getting to see all my friends and all my teammates exciting for me. It's been a goal of mine for a while, and so I'm really thankful for my coaches and my teammates to help me achieve that.
All right. Emily, you were on varsity last year. So what is something different about this year's team compared to when you look back on last year's team?
I would say that our defense and our communication has really gotten a lot stronger. We've been able to cover more of the court, and we're not letting any balls drop without somebody going for it.
All right.
Emily, what's something special that you bring to your team?
I bring positivity to my teammates. I try to encourage my teammates as much as I can. I lift each other up, and I always try to have a good positive attitude.
What game are you looking forward to the most, and why?
I'm looking forward to our district games against Monahans. We split last year for our district championship, And so every time we play them, it's a close game, and I'm really looking forward to it.
And how about somebody that you go to for advice?
I go to my mom for advice.
Oh, great answer.
Oh,
Yay, Mom.
Because she played volleyball before, so she has a lot of experience. She gives me tips and advice on how to be a smarter player.
what are your expectations?
That's a great answer. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to get over that just for a minute.
Well, I think Hannah said me, but whatever. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm not going to cry about it in front of everybody. Ems, what's your expectations to close out the season?
My expectations are to win district, hopefully go undefeated, and to make it to regionals in our playoffs.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for the rapid fire questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Riley, I know you've never been here on the show before, so this is new to you. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna go. Ems, you're gonna answer first. Riley, you're gonna answer next. Same question to both of you guys. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Favorite class in school? It cannot be athletics, recess, lunch, anything like that. It's got to be a class.
Probably floral design. That's easy.
Let's hope your teacher's not listening.
Yeah,
Riley,
it's
how
not
about
going
you?
to be easy next week.
Mine's definitely biology. I have all my friends in that class.
Okay. On your team, who is the neatest?
Briefly.
I would probably say McKinley. They're both pretty neat.
Okay. Who is the funniest?
Riley.
Emily.
Who is the most talkative?
Riley.
Emily. Me and Emily talk a lot.
I think the answer is Riley. All right. Finish this sentence. I am afraid of.
I'm afraid of frogs.
Sharks.
Sharks, but one of them is much more readily available than the other. All right, hey ladies, thanks for coming in. You guys have done a really great job in volleyball this season. Look forward to watching the last non-district game we have left, and then district kicking off next Saturday against Andrews, really tough Andrews team. So good luck to you guys, and you guys make sure you come out and support the girls. They're at home again against Denver City on Tuesday, so come out and support them. Thanks, ladies.
you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, well, up next we have a couple of cross-country runners. But first, we have the all-out death match between the two volleyball coaches. It's a death match. This is a big deal. Look, they're ready to go. It's 4 throws, takes it all home. We're ready when y'all are. Oh, who's going first? Coach Long's going first. No, she's been practicing. Did that go in? Oh, that's so close. Oh. Are we counting hangers? Oh, we're not hanging anymore. Oh, this is a big throw. Oh, I think that's Coach Long for the win. All right, Coach Long. Okay, now we're back at the desk and ready to talk about some cross country. First, we have Ethan Cox and Addie Jackson. Addie or Addison? I've always called you Addie. I've known you for a long time, right? Okay. The sheet
nicknames.
says Addison.
Well, wasn't quite sure about the nickname. So
Okay. Well,
I'm
here
all
we go.
for nicknames, so
Yeah, so Ethan, we'll start off with you.
Yes, sir.
What grade are we in? How long have you been running cross
I'm a
country?
senior.
Ethan, you have to wait till I finish
Oh, my
answering
bad,
the
my bad.
asking the question.
because you don't know what the questions
Oh,
are.
gotcha.
I could throw in a curveball. You never know.
Oh, I gotcha.
All right, go ahead.
I quit my freshman year. I did it 7th and 8th grade, quit freshman year, and then got it back into it this year, and been doing pretty good. I'm going to finish it off strong this year.
And what grade you say you're in?
Senior.
Senior. All right. Okay. What is your favorite thing about cross country and why?
Just the environment, everyone there, they really cheer you on and pick up your boost a lot. And, like, coach, he's a really good role model to me and helping me stay in the races and everything.
What is the hardest part of Coach Robinson's workout?
Oh, God. All the running.
4-wheeler exhaust?
Oh, it's the 4-wheeler for sure. We be running up and down with that 4-wheeler.
Is he
Trying to stay up with that.
is he a tyrant? Be honest. He's not listening.
Have you thought about letting the air out of the tires? So like cancel practice just for a little
Oh
while?
yeah, we thought about that.
And he can be a little loud, right?
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially in races.
What are your goals for the team and yourself this season?
We need to make it to state for sure. I think we have a really good chance this year. We have a really good team, and mostly my goal is to get under 18. I'm pretty close to that right now. Once I do that, we'll be really good this year.
Okay. All right.
If somebody chases you, will you get under 18?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. Maybe with a four-wheeler. I don't
Okay.
know. What's something that you work on during the week to make you a better runner?
My breathing. That's really the most important part of everything is breathing during the races because a mouth breather is not really a good thing to do while you're racing. You really can't breathe after that, so I've been working on my nose breathing more.
All right.
That's a great answer.
Been telling you that for years.
Maybe I should start listening to you. There is some wisdom maybe every once in a while coming from you. Ethan, who's someone that you consider a role model?
My dad. He really inspires me in everything he does and pushing me, doing everything. And yeah, he's a really big role model to me.
That's a great answer. Notice he said his dad. Right, okay.
She's not listening anymore. Addie, on to you. What grade are you in? How long have you been running cross country?
I'm a senior, and this will be my 5th year.
How, do you enjoy cross country?
Most of the time.
Okay. I tried to set her up on that one.
I can't believe she's a senior.
She knows where I'm coming from there.
Tell us what it's like being coached by Coach White.
What it's like being coached by Coach White, it's a great experience. A lot of times it's really hard, but she pushes us to always become better.
Okay.
What's your favorite cross country memory so far?
Definitely the crazy overnight trips.
Any stories that go along with that, or are we just not allowed to talk about it?
Lots of Nerf gun wars.
Okay, all right.
Oh, that'd be good.
Is Coach White good at Nerf gun wars, or not quite very? She's easy takedown. Is she the last one picked? Is what I want to know.
Oh yeah.
She's definitely the last one picked.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely the last one.
So how has your season gone, and what are you looking to accomplish this year?
So far, I would say my season's gone pretty well. I just look forward to accomplishing, finishing a race. It's always a good thing. And
That would be my expectation, right? That'd be my goal
It's
too.
been a long time since
Let's
I've
just
finished a
finish.
race, yeah.
I cut you off. I'm sorry. Addie, how about do you have any pre-race rituals?
yeah, so for our team, what we do, we always stretch, and then we'll always get in a prayer circle and do a little prayer before we run.
Okay, like it.
And who is someone that you consider a role model?
I would definitely say my coach freshman and sophomore year, Coach McGinnis. She was a really great role model, and she taught me a lot about cross country. And every time I get down on myself, I just think, what would Coach McGinnis say? And I've always just looked up to what she says and what she does.
Did she give you $10 to say that?
No, she didn't actually. I came up with this on my own.
Okay, you guys, those are great answers. Y'all ready for some rapid fire?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are going to do Ethan first, and then Addie. All right, ready? Here we go. Your favorite class? It cannot be lunch, recess, or athletics.
Right now, financial math.
Financial.
Financial math.
Okay, financial math.
Yes, sir.
I like that answer. We can talk later.
Yeah, who knew?
Addie, how about you?
Definitely forensics.
Oh, okay. So don't do anything around her that's suspicious. Okay. Are you neat or messy?
Messy.
I want to say neat, but I think I'm definitely messy.
My guess is you're messy. We'll ask your dad later. He'll say messy. Favorite food?
Pizza.
Spaghetti.
All right. Would you rather be in the mountains or go to the ocean?
Go to the ocean.
Mountains, but I don't want to run them.
Well, is that a fear of yours?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The celebrity that you would most love to meet?
Adam Sandler.
It's like he had the questions already.
He did not.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Okay. So we just really.
Addie does not like celebrities.
It's all right.
That's where we're at. Okay, we appreciate you guys coming in. Good luck to the rest of the season. Right after the cheerleader performance, we will have two homecoming players from the past. So stick with us.
Great.
Yeah, y'all are good. Oh, no, it's now.
What did you say? I couldn't hear you.
I was trying to kind of push them over.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
this is winding up.
Right.
Crazy coaches. Have to cut the
Yeah.
players off.
Well, so you were pointing at it, but your hand was in the way, so I couldn't see. So lean up.
I was skip my last question.
Well, and yeah, I just thought, okay, if we're that short on time, we'll skip the last two because they're kind of starting on together. They're giving so much information. The Madrid. Oh yeah, no, we're.
Yeah.
I'll leave it on here, bro.
And then just right here under your mouth, just like this. All right. Well, there we go. Sir?
Point that down just a little bit. Yeah, we'll see if that'll work.
We'll see if we can hear you.
Okay, we are live. So now we've got the players of Homecoming Pass, Tino and Fabian Madrid. How are you guys?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing all right. So which one's which?
Tino, right here.
Which one's
So you said Tito and Fabian. I mean, are you nervous? Man, it's just us. There's nobody here.
Always confuse us, and I was Tino. Are you Tino? No. I'm Fabian.
No, especially Coach Brockman. It was Coach Brockman, really. We'd have our helmets on, we'd look exactly the same. He'd be like, hey, Tino. And I'm like, he'll point at me and say Fabian, and then, yeah, he just get us distracted.
So then y'all, the next practice, y'all had the tape on the
Yeah, they had to put
helmet.
tape on our helmets just to know who we were. It didn't help. We had the same helmet, the same pads, everything.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, hey guys, for people that might not be familiar with y'all, why don't you tell us when you were here and what positions you guys played while you were at Greenwood?
I played linebacker and inside receiver, but he played the same thing on the opposite side. So we got to play together. Just
Graduated 2017 and graduated 2016.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay. Who's your coach and what was it like playing for him?
We had Coach Brockman as our linebacker coach.
Yep.
Can you
A
hear
little
me?
closer.
Get it close.
There you go. Well, yeah, kind of bend it. Bend it in.
Bend it in?
There you go.
Right there?
That's it.
Okay, Coach Brockman is our linebackers coach. Coach Rodriguez was our receivers coach, and Coach Hanna was our head coach. You want to talk about them?
Yeah, playing for them was actually really special. So all of those guys, just like any other coach, really bought into. They were on us constantly to be better. And it's like growing up, you always hear it from your dad and your mom. Hey, if we didn't love you, we didn't care about you, we wouldn't be on you to be better and do better. So playing with them, that's exactly what it was like. It was just basically having another father figure in your life, just constantly on you, expecting you to do better and do better in every aspect of life.
That's good. How has Greenwood, the school, and kind of the game changed that y'all played?
It's changed a lot, honestly. I mean, they've grown a ton. I mean, and even just doing this right here has changed. That's something me and him didn't have growing up. The only thing we had was, news channels calling, hey, we want to interview the seniors. Okay, well, let's do that. But, you guys streaming everything now, that's one big way that the school has changed a lot from when we were here.
Tino, how about you?
It's gotten a lot bigger. I think that's the biggest thing I've seen. It's gotten a lot bigger. We had to play both ways, so that's another thing that I've seen in the game. The players get to focus on one side of the ball and completely just perfect that craft. Is the one thing I've really seen.
Yep.
Is that how y'all staying so in shape and thin? Is playing both ways in football ran it off of you?
No, I actually tore my Achilles 2 years ago, so I had to slim down a little bit.
Okay, so if the last name sounds familiar, there's a reason. We watch your little brother play, right? How is it like you guys watching Lincoln on the field?
Man, that's special. Growing up with him, he always had a ball in his hand, so you always knew he was going to be something great, And it's kind of funny. I was thinking about his initials. It's LAM, right? What's lamb? It's a young goat. That's my boy Link. So it's always spectacular to see him. Just, this past Friday, we saw him juke a guy out, and then he's getting hit, and he just spun out of it. I mean, I couldn't do that personally, and I hate admitting it, but I couldn't do it. It's just awesome to see him just grow every single year.
Tito, what do you
The
think?
same way, I enjoy seeing both my brothers play, him and Liam. It's just one of the things that you put so much into them that you see their growth and see them just be super spectacular out there in the field. It's something really to be proud of. Like, I'm super proud of both of them.
Yeah, I'm an older brother. I do the same thing with my younger brother. I got, no respect and no credit, from him. It's just, I'm good because I'm good kind of deal.
Yeah.
It wasn't because, I beat up on him for years and years, right?
I know. I was just thinking. Yeah, I am the little brother, age-wise, I guess now. But yeah, I remember. My brother and his friends always used to make fun of me for not being able to throw as far as they could. So that was always something, and that I remember growing up. That now I can out-throw him. But did you guys start your sophomore year?
No. Yes, sir. I started my sophomore year as a linebacker. So I started in 2014 was my first game.
I just wasn't sure if Lincoln held that over your heads or anything. So
that was actually the little competition we had, bro. Like when he finally hit high school, he was always telling it, "I'm gonna be better than you. I'm gonna be better than you." All right, bro. When you're a sophomore, let's see if you make varsity. That's gonna be your first step to saying you're better
there you
than me, right?
go.
Well, then he made varsity. I was like, okay, let's see if you start. Well, then he started. It's like, dang, I'm running out of excuses.
Every time he calls, just hang up.
So you're a linebacker, right?
Yes, sir.
But he will not catch you in your total tackle, right?
Yeah, he won't.
How many people did you tackle, Lincoln?
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, but Lincoln does say, he's like, man, if I played against you, I would juke both of y'all out. I'll take both of y'all out.
I mean, we got some extra parking lot if we need to test that out. Tito, we'll start with you. What pointers do you guys maybe give him?
My biggest pointer to him was just take advantage of every opportunity you could take. You only got 4 years of this sucker. Like, just enjoy it and just go out there and do your best every time you can. That was the one thing I tried to instill with him early. Hey, you only got 4 years. That's all.
Yep.
That's all you're going to get.
My pointers to him are don't be so hard on yourself. Fans, coaches are going to do that for you. They're going to point out your mistakes. They're going to be hard on you. You enjoy it as much as you can. I mean, at the end of the day, mistakes are going to happen. They're inevitable. Nobody's perfect. And so that's what I always tell them. Keep your head up. Be the person that motivates yourself out of more than anybody that you see, because everybody else is going to point your mistakes out before you.
Good advice. What is your favorite memory from your time at Greenwood?
My favorite memory is my first varsity start. So growing up, me and Tino actually played on the same team growing up. So I played up all the time. So in 6th grade, I had to play by myself. 7th grade, 8th grade, and 9th grade played by myself. And so my sophomore year, when I made varsity the same year he did, our first game together was actually our first time playing together in so long. And so that was a special memory because I led the team in tackles. I scored my very first ever touchdown in my life, and he did as well that game. So it just made it so much more special.
That's cool.
How about you?
That was the same. I think just playing with my brother, actually my brother, is just one of the things that I could always say, hey, I got to play football or play the sport with my brother. And he was on the opposite side of me, so it's like one of those things. Super special.
How much would you guys give to spin down and play with him now?
Well, whatever. I would love to play with my little brother.
I think that'd be really cool. But I got asked the other day if I missed it, and I was like, man, I'm over it already. I'm too old to even think about playing again, So.
Okay, how about any words of wisdom you have for the students out there being on the other side of high school?
I think my biggest thing is what I tell Lincoln. Take advantage of it. You only got 4 years to play, and just enjoy every bit of it. It's going to be gone before you know it.
Yeah, that's true. I actually got a quote from Gary Gaines on Friday Night Lights. I'm just going to go ahead and read it out. It's about being perfect. He says, now, most of you have been playing this game for 10 years, and you got 2 more quarters, and after that, most of you will never play this game as long as you live. Now, you know him for a while, and for a long time, he talks about being perfect. He says, well, I need you to understand, being perfect isn't about the scoreboard out there. It's not about winning. It's about your relationship with yourself, your family, and your friends. Being perfect is about being able to look your friends in the eye and know you didn't let them down because you told them the truth, and the truth is you did everything that you could, and there wasn't one more thing you could have done.
All right.
Like it.
Guys, we appreciate you coming in,
Thank you for having us.
being hard on your little brother, stuff like that. You guys keep that up, when the lights turn out, making sure that he realizes he's just a little brother, right?
Yes, sir.
So, guys, I know you guys didn't have a lot of time to come in, but we appreciate you stopping by and talking to us. And we're gonna kick you guys out. Then we're gonna bring in our 2 offensive players for football.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
So we got Lincoln Madrid and Nathaniel Romero. Guys, get up here and make sure you get the microphones. Hey, let's make some noise.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, we're on. Make sure those microphones are close to your mouth. And you guys have done this before.
Down a little bit more.
Look at him smiling. Man, they look so cold. You know you're cold. Okay. Don't lie about it. So here we have junior quarterback Lincoln Madrid and junior running back Nathaniel Romero. You two guys are almost as close as maybe your two brothers are.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You guys have been playing for a long time, so appreciate you all joining us at the table.
All right, Lincoln, we're going to make you go first. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, so walk us through the last touchdown pass to Dylan and the excitement on the sidelines.
You know, I think it brought a bunch of excitement for our offense and, you know, our defense. We struggled in the third quarter a lot, and, you know, we weren't putting points on the board. And so, you know, being able to ice it with that one touchdown, it brought a lot of excitement. You know, on the sideline, you know, defense was excited for us. You know, offense got our juice back. And, you know, it led to, you know, Landon Bunce making the game-winning sack in, you know, the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
What's it been like working with Coach Hernandez this season?
Oh, you know, it's been great. You know, Coach Hernandez has a great offensive mind. He knows what he's talking about, and he teaches us a lot. And, you know, it's been real fun to work with him and learn new things from him and, you know, things that I haven't learned from other coaches. So, yeah, I think it's a great time learning from him.
So last season, Carbajal, your cousin,
yes, sir, yeah,
was your center. This year you're breaking in a new center, Riley Allen. Right? How has that relationship with the new center developed, and how has Riley adjusted to that position?
You know, Riley's adjusted really, really well. You know, from the spring to now, he's gotten better, a lot better. And what's it called? Me and Riley have a good connection. You know, we've talked a lot on cadence and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I think we've gotten closer, and I think we're going to continue getting closer throughout the year. And I think Riley is going to be, you know, a great center, like towards the end of the year. You know, he's always getting better week in and week out, and he's working his butt off every day.
Good.
Lincoln, what's the favorite play in the playbook?
I'm going to say victory.
Victory formation.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, the best play in the game.
Even though you're losing yards, I'll take it.
It's okay. You know, we won.
All right, Lincoln, so do you see yourself as a running quarterback that can pass or a passing quarterback that can run?
That's a conundrum.
Running back that can pass. I guess. Yes, sir, yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure your running back made a pass last week, right?
He did, yeah.
You forgot about it, didn't you? You're so cold you forgot about it. Last question for Lincoln. What do you think is the most important trait a leader has to exhibit?
I would have to say confidence. You know, you can't be like all down and, you know, like speaking real like shy to your teammates, right? So I would say being able to look at a group of guys in front of you and talk to them and, you know, try to pump them up or know what needs to be said to that guy. Like someone's slacking off, you have to have confidence and tell them, hey, you got to pick it up. Or if someone's down and you can pick them up in a healthy way. But also, you know, not bringing anybody down when being a leader. So, like, you can't, you know, if someone takes something like a different way, you know, being able to adjust to the teammate.
Okay.
All right, Nathaniel, moving on to you. What's your favorite play?
You know, the best play in football, counter.
Not the fake field goal?
Counter for sure.
So when you see counter call, it just brings a smile to your face?
Touchdown.
Nathaniel, what type of relationship does a running back need to have with the offensive line?
You know, definitely have to have a strong, you know, bond and relationship with them. You know, those guys, you know, Eric Bustamante, you know, he's a real dog out there. You know, I'm glad to have him. And then you got Aaron Carbajal, Jordan Colgate, Gabe Salinas, Riley Allen. Those guys are, you know, they're just tough. You know, they're great guys. You know, I'm glad that I get to run behind them every Friday night. You know, so the ball has to be there, you know, and it's there. So I'm really happy with those guys.
Nathaniel, we've been told that you're kind of the emotional leader of the team, right? So what do you do to help maintain momentum on both sides of the ball?
You know, I try. My body language is huge. You know, I'm working on that week by week. You know, so I'm trying to improve every week on it. But you know, just staying, you know, calm under, you know, when something doesn't go our way. You know, just telling them that the guys can
So that's like not acting like you're cold when you're cold. Okay. I just want to put that in practice.
All right, Nathaniel, what grade would you give yourself? What grade would you give yourself so far, and what do you think is the thing you need to improve the most?
I'll probably give myself probably an 8.
All right.
And I think I need to improve on basketball. Just basketball.
All right. All right.
Nathaniel, who do you look to for guidance?
My dad. I look to my dad a lot. And, he's my role model, so I'm really happy I have him. So anytime I'm struggling, I walk in and but I do this, and he tells me right away, you should have this way, you should have this. I'm like, I know that. Okay, just making sure. But now I look at
Nathaniel, what message do you have for your senior teammates heading into homecoming?
you know, it's kind of hard thinking about it with some of the guys I've known a lot of the guys since freshman. I think the message is, I think it's better for them this year for last year. I can't wait to see what they do in the future, but I love the
All right, so you guys ready for some rapid fire? You've been here before. You know how it works. All right, here we go. Who is on your team? Who's the hardest hitter?
Ooh. Yeah, Eric, mostly, yeah.
All right. Who is the funniest?
Lane Watson. Lane Watson.
All
Or
right.
Joey
Are you
Vasquez.
guys going to agree on
Or
all the
Joey.
questions?
Or Joey. Joey, that's it. You know.
Who is the most intense player on the team?
Intense.
like during the game or just like in general? Like,
Just what would you pick?
I don't know.
All right, we'll say during the game. Who's the most intense during the game?
I guess I'd have to agree, Luke Fells. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough question.
I love the variety of answers we're giving from you guys. All right, last question. Would you rather, you going first, Dan, you're going first. Would you rather have a giraffe neck or duck feet? Duck feet, how about you?
I'd have a giraffe neck. I can't have duck feet.
Guys, thanks. I know you guys have been here a couple of times. I know it's cold out here, kind of windy. Appreciate you braving the elements and being out here and talking with us.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, we'll get you swapped out with our dynamic duo, Landon Butts and Dakota Underhill, up next.
All right, come on, you two. Make sure you get that mic close to your mouth. You okay, we're going to make a change.
Okay. Up next, we've got Dakota Underhill, Landon Butts sitting next to us, both seniors.
Junior.
Oh, excuse me. Senior Landon Butts, junior Dakota Underhill.
Hey, I don't
Excuse
know.
me.
Can you guys hear me? Am I coming through all right? Because something popped in my earphones, and I can't hear anybody else, so I don't. Y'all hearing me all right? Okay, all right.
Go ahead. You've got the first question, sir.
Well, sitting next to us is Landon Butts and Dakota Underhill. You don't look cold. You guys look like y'all put something on underneath.
Yes, sir.
Are we saying that the defensive guys are thinking ahead a little bit more than the offensive guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, that's not a question I had down, but we're going to go forward. So we're going to start with you, Landon. Being a senior, you ready to get going?
Yes, sir.
All right. Give us your thoughts on your record-setting performance Friday night. 5 sacks, like 3 caused fumbles. I mean,
sir.
you were a monster. So tell us about that. Thoughts?
I mean, we had a lot of pressures on this week, like where I'm blitzing. So I always love when I get to blitz, but getting to the quarterback is like the best feeling as a defensive player. And for me to be able to do that 5 times, it felt really good. But I wouldn't have been able to do it without like the D line and Dakota and our secondary, getting on there, because pass and coverage goes hand in hand. So if the quarterback would have had somewhere to throw to, then I wouldn't have gotten 5 sacks. So I just want to credit all my teammates for that.
I can appreciate that, but you were back there quick. I don't know if the coverage made that much of a difference.
Yes, sir.
What was the best part of the game plan that Coach Martin put together?
I'd say the pressures. Like we pretty much every play that we had in our game plan this week, it was a blitz. So I feel like when we have a chance to get back there, I feel like, for me personally at least, that's going to be the best thing we have in our game plan because sacking the quarterback's got to be my favorite thing.
When you saw the call coming from the sideline, did you start like salivating a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Thinking that was.
And whenever there was something different going on, like it was 3rd and long or whatever, and I wouldn't be able to blitz, I'm like, Coach, that's our sign for me. So.
So, Landon, walk us through that strip sack you had for a touchdown at the start of the second half.
Yes, sir. So we were in our dime package, and that's when I moved down to DN. So I wasn't a linebacker that play, and my intention on that was just to get up quicker than the offensive lineman. He's a big dude, probably like 6'5", 290 pounds.
295.
Yeah, that's relatively large.
So I had to get up quicker than he did, and I beat him around that corner, and then the quarterback didn't even get a grip on the ball. So every time I go for a sack, I try to throw in a little punch just to see if he has ball security, and he didn't right there. And then credit to Coach Holton. We do scoop and score drills every day in defensive practice. So that definitely helped me out. Like just kind of flashbacks to practice, getting that ball in my hands and running.
And then the running back practices from when you were younger, because it looked like you almost stumbled.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I nearly fell.
That was great. We were so excited.
No, yeah, great heads up play, not just diving and falling on the ball. So,
Yes,
what advice have you received that's helped you out on the football field?
I mean, just playing physical, and if you're gonna make a mistake, make it at going 100 miles an hour. I feel like, you know, even if you're wrong, like you miscue whatever, as long as you're playing fast and you're hitting hard, I feel like you can't really mess up.
Yeah, don't mess up and just stand there.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
What is your favorite part about playing linebacker?
I'd say the physicality of it, or there's a bunch of diversity in playing it because, you know, one play you'll be dropping back and you'll be covering a receiver. The next you'll be taking on a 300-pound guard that's pulling. So I feel like the transition from being able to go back into coverage to being able to hit someone as hard as you can, that's probably my favorite part about it.
What legacy would you like to leave for future Ranger players?
I would like to, you know, we're talking about in the locker room, we're talking about setting a new tradition, and that's that we are going to play physical football until that buzzer sounds. So every single play, does not matter what the score is, as long as we're going 100 miles an hour and we're doing our thing every single play, then the scoreboard's going to take care of itself. So, and for linebacker room specifically, I feel like for the last nearly last decade, we've had a solid linebacker room in Greenwood. So I feel like me and Dakota both, we're trying to keep that going.
Yeah, I think I agree with that too. Speaking of Dakota, what's it like playing linebacker next to him, and how has he progressed since last year?
It's a lot of fun. Me and Dakota, we complement each other very well, I feel like, and you know, last year we didn't really know each other very well, so we didn't have very much chemistry. But this year we've definitely developed some chemistry, and we know the way each other play, and we're firing every play, regardless of what our assignment is.
So like thunder and lightning, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? All right. I like it.
Dakota, moving on to you, what's the biggest difference in you as a player this year compared to last year?
Kind of just all around, just reading my keys and everything like that, just being where I'm supposed to be. A little sloppy last year, kind of picking up, and just stepping up as, I guess I could say, a little bit of a leader, getting my voice and like that, and help with my teammates, and just be there.
All right. Now, talk a little bit about your development. Who do you credit, your development to, and why do you credit to them?
It would have to be just coaches, and I could even say Landon, just being able to just being there to step up and me almost be able to just mirror in the locker room and everything like that. And just the coaches being able to coach me, get me doing what I'm supposed to do and everything like that. So
okay. All right.
How about your favorite thing about playing linebacker? Just getting in it?
Just getting it in there and just having fun and getting to hit people. It's a fun thing.
That's a good linebacker trait.
Yeah. What do you think sets you apart from other linebackers?
Besides being a lot smaller, I think just being able to face adversity. Like when I get down, I don't stay down. I'll get back up and it's next play. Past don't matter too much in football. It's just what the future looks like.
Yeah, short memory. No, I like it.
What has it meant to you to play next to someone like Landon?
Like I was saying, just obviously he's a really good football player and he's a really big guy in general. So I've always been a role model to me since I got moved up to varsity. And so it's been really cool to get to play next to him and have a guy that I can trust on the football field. So.
All right.
Talk to us about some of the calls and adjustments that linebackers have to make under Coach Martin's defense.
So sometimes Coach Martin will have like either play side or guidance side, depending on what the offense comes out in. We'll be certain tight ends, if like reacting to it and stuff like that. We'll mock fronts to help out our D line and just get to the quarterback and just stuff like that. Adapting to what the other offense is.
Yeah, we saw you last night, and I thought it was a credit to your development as a linebacker. On Friday night, we saw you walk up and slap a hip on a lineman, tell him to scoot over. You know, and we didn't. And I'm not saying anything negative, but we didn't see you do that last year. So definitely more confident in what you're doing and things you're seeing. But I loved it. I mean, you were engaged, you were communicating, you're doing everything a coach asks players to do. I mentioned that in the broadcast. Look, he slapped that butt, told him to get on over. So I loved it. All right, you guys ready for some rapid fire questions?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Who's going first?
Do what?
Who's going first?
We'll go Landon since he's a senior. Tacos or pizza?
Pizza.
Who, between the two of you, who's the hardest hitter?
Me.
Yeah. Who's the better driver?
Oh, I don't even have my license.
Me.
So,
Okay, so it's Landon. Which one of you two is most likely to wear pink?
Dakota. Yeah, I would say Dakota.
All right. Would you rather?
That's how he gets rides.
Yeah. Would you rather eat a snail or a grasshopper?
Grasshopper. You wouldn't have to you
Snail's
wouldn't
a
have
little
to chew on a
slimy.
shell either.
Okay. All right. We called you the dynamic duo. Which one of you's Batman and which one of you's Robin?
I'll take B. Robin.
Okay, I'll take Batman. Okay.
All right. Guys, thanks for coming in. Have a lot of fun. We sure love watching you guys play on Friday night.
Yes,
love
sir.
the excitement and the expectations on the team. We're ready for a big showing on homecoming on Friday. So good luck to you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, up next we've got Brian Hill. Immediately following our next death match, we've got the offensive coaches and the defensive coaches in a tug of war over here. So we'll cut away to the tug of war. Are we missing any coaches? Oh, there's Coach. All right, y'all call it off. Check. You got nothing? Oh. Oh, defense is pulling hard. Oh. Oh, they got it. He's already made the call. Timeout. Hang on. Hey, we got one winner. Are we doing this a second time? Or was that all the marbles? All right, Coach Hill, make your way.
So who's the winner?
Yeah, the defense is defense won it. Apparently, Hill's going the opposite direction. Coach Hill. Coach Hill. We need Coach Hill this way.
Brian Hill. Come
Come on now.
You're next.
Oh, but they didn't even need Martin.
Martin wasn't even on it, and they win?
No, he wasn't even. He was scared. Hey, did you not pull Martin? Coach Martin. Coach Martin.
He did not. He
I'll
did
tell you
not.
what, his defense showed up Friday night. Am I right?
There we go.
Whoa! No one's listening.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm
All
yelling
right.
at coaches
Good
over
job,
here.
Coach Martin.
I know, yeah. He was busy. Oh, you're going to join us.
All right.
Yeah,
What-
all right, jump
what-
on in.
Why weren't you pulling the tug of war? That's what I wanted to know.
Text came in late.
You were supposed to be like the anchor man for the defense.
It's all right. We won anyway.
So,
we being the defense, we won.
Coach, 2-game win streak, right?
Yeah,
2-game win
absolutely.
streak. 3-1 record. Before we get Ty Box, did you see him truck that guy?
Ty's
No,
incredibly.
Oh my goodness. Man,
the running back tried to block him. It's like it didn't even slow him down.
Ty's incredibly physical.
That was a great hit.
And he always has been. And it was just a shame the way last year went down and really missed him for, all but a scrimmage or two. But it just so nice to have him back on defense. Really sets the tone, the attitude from the jump, and it's just it's great to have him back on the field for us. It really is. He's fantastic.
So many exciting things happened on Friday night.
Yeah, well, credit to this guy. The defense was ready to go. It was a fantastic game plan. Coach Martin dialed up the blitz. And
turn up the pressure.
Didn't stop. Yeah, it was a great showing for sure.
Well, so you mentioned that, and I don't know that I've seen you guys call a defense quite like that. That we saw on Friday night. And I was like, oh, we're going to blitz on the first play, or blitz on the second play. I think we probably blitzed 90% of the time. And, it was not just like – it was all out, get after you blitz. So, Coach, obviously you saw something on film that you liked. What is it that you saw and what led you to come up to dial up so much pressure Friday night?
Honestly, it was just the personality of the kids in the locker room. We had the mentality that we're going to swing first, and so we didn't want to be conservative with our approach. Our kids bought into it. I have a great staff that helped that plan, so it was amazing just to sit back and watch the kids in the locker room.
I was looking at the pie eating contest. We're out, but Coach, we saw you pull everybody together after Shallowater kind of cut that lead down to 3 points, right?
Yeah.
What was the message to the team when you kind of pulled everybody off to the side?
Well, we talked about halftime. Anytime you're playing a good team, they're going to regroup at halftime and give you a great third quarter. And I felt like we were able to do that against Andrews late in the game, and so we kind of expected that from Shallowater. And when they when they scored and then had another quick score, all in about 20 seconds of game time, I think it was important that we kind of regrouped and talked about stopping their charge and answering on, either offense or defense. And I was just really proud of our kids. It was a pretty rough third quarter, as I think everybody knows. But against Sweetwater, we weren't able to, punch it in the end zone on offense, and we weren't able to get those stops on defense. And so we were able to kind of learn from that experience. And the next time it happened, on Friday night, we were able to get a big stop defensively. We were able to find a way to get it to Dylan Payton from 60-plus yards out, and we're just really proud of the way our kids answered. And that's kind of what that conversation was about.
Okay. I was afraid we were going to get Andrews there for just a second. Yeah.
It was headed that direction.
I don't want that feeling, Coach. Let's figure out a way to not go down that path.
That would have been pretty rough, a 27-point lead going down the drain. So glad we were able to get it corrected.
Coach Martin, how did the change in quarterbacks for Shallowater impact the game and maybe a little bit on how you call things?
Honestly, we just didn't apply pressure. Once we knew that the number one guy was out, we continued to get dialed up. We felt like if we could stop the run without moving our pressure, give our line time to move some things. We didn't think they could protect as well as they were in the ball, and so we just continued to apply the pressure.
Yeah, I think we both agree that that the second string quarterback was very different. He had some success with his legs that the starting quarterback couldn't do. So
it's definitely a change of pace for them, and I give Coach Martin credit. We made some adjustments on the sideline, and he had a great plan. And a lot of times I feel like coordinators deviate from their plan unnecessarily. And Coach Martin, the blitzes were working, so he kept coming and ended up a big night for Landon Butts especially, but the whole defense, it was pretty special.
Sure.
Good showing.
Yeah, there was a lot of sacks, 3 fumbles, forced fumbles. It worked. You guys you were in the backfield all night long.
That's because we got one of the best linebackers, Coach Greenwood. Coach great job. We got linebackers, and so I think they take much personality and they understand what they've done. So it's hats off to him.
He does do a great job for us.
You guys both give us an answer here. What was your favorite moment Friday night and why? We'll go with you, Coach Hill.
There was one moment on the just watching film. It was on the fake punt, and Dylan breaks the first wave and gets across the first down marker, and Reese Watzel had thrown the block to really spring him. And when Reese saw Dylan cross that first down line, like he's celebrating in the backfield. And I think kind of our pregame message was we have to bring excitement and energy when you're on the field, when someone else is on the field, bringing that juice for all 4 quarters. And I think that just that little burst of excitement kind of personified the message that we'd given all week, personified how we played in the first half and how we played at the end of the 4th quarter. And it was something small, just a little celebration, but I was really, really happy with somebody throwing a block for a teammate unselfishly and it working out for the team. It was a pretty cool moment.
How about you, Coach Martin?
There's 2 plays that come to mind. I think one of them Butsy's stupid score. We do a lot of pre-practice drills for 8 1, but that was one of our drills where we went stupid score and put together. And I believe one of our fourth-down stops. That's a team play. We're asking guys to crawl, swing, a lot of things unselfishly. And then the ball down to start off with a team play. The rest was fourth-down stops.
All right.
Coach Hill, talk about some of the support you get during the game, and what can the fans maybe do to help the team during those football games?
Our fans are absolutely incredible. Whenever you find yourself facing the bench and you see a packed house, Miss Ryan's and the band, Carrie Burchett and the cheerleaders. I mean, it's just an incredibly just the community atmosphere at our football games is absolutely fantastic. And to know the live stream, Coach Thomas and Josh and Todd are on the call. It's pretty special. It's fantastic. And then in-game stuff, coaches are very supportive. Players are taking coaching. It's just it makes you proud to be a Greenwood Ranger every Friday night. It's pretty cool.
Okay. How about we'll get both of you to answer this one. Kind of give us a summary of Pecos, kind of overall, Coach Hill, and what you expect on Friday night, and then Coach Martin, maybe you can answer that question kind of more like on the defensive side of stuff.
Yeah, I from an overall bird's eye view, Pecos is talented. They really are. They've played up and down. They've moved the ball really, really well, and then they've had some untimely penalties and turnovers that have hurt them. As far as their win and loss record go, but they're defensively, their front seven's really, really talented. Running backs and tight ends are really, really big. Quarterback can throw the ball. They've got 2 speedsters on the outside, number 7 and number 8. Number 7 especially that has caused every secondary they've played a lot of problems. And so we're going to have to play our best effort. We can't, I think the message is going to be eliminate distractions, especially homecoming week, and play our best game. And so Pecos is talented, and they can spoil a homecoming if we're not on our P's and Q's.
All right, Coach. How about defensively?
Yeah, they just give in their offense systematically for 6 to make sure our things are right and they're disciplined. So that's going to be right. This is just make sure that quarterback didn't swing it. I think there's a coach that keeps seeing about 40 yards in that field. So they're talented. They have guys in the right places. It's just something that else execute.
All right.
Todd can throw the ball flat-footed 40 yards.
I can?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think I can.
That's actually the next game.
So it's not that big
That's
of a deal,
the next
Coach.
game right here.
Not a big deal.
It's not this guy's got.
All right, different question. We'll start with Coach Martin first. What's one thing you want to see your defense improve on from last week, and then offense for Coach Hill?
I think we need to involve kind of middle of the third quarter. I want to see that go. I think this year we got to focus on starting fast in the first third quarter. And so we just need to roll every now and then. So for me and our staff, I think if we can get out that low, continue to put the ball around and just continue just to start fast, finish fast, and do it. That's going to be a successful for us.
Okay, Coach Hill, same question.
Yeah, I think along the same lines, it's very similar. Last year we were very, very sophomore heavy, very, very young. And I think as a staff, we've seen some vast improvements. But every now and then we kind of revert back to our old ways a little bit. I think there's some things that we can improve on as a staff, as much as the players, clock management-wise. We've got to be able to play 4 full quarters of football. We're really, really good in spurts, and then look pretty bad in spurts. And so I think once we are able to, clean up some of the miscues, play like a mature team, and play for 4 full quarters, I think we're the sky's the limit for us.
All right, Coach, last question. And you guys can take turns to answer this, or Coach Martin, you can just say, handle it, Coach Hill. But, today is not the greatest day in West Texas. A little windy.
Yeah.
Little cold out, little cloudy, little overcast.
Dodging some rain.
But, man, Coach, it's a big turnout. We got a lot of people here. What are your thoughts on the turnout today, and how does it reinforce the thought that you brought here that Greenwood is a 101 place?
This is a fantastic play. The parade last year was fantastic. This event it's even better. I mean, it's a great crowd. Look at the cheerleaders. Give it up for the cheerleaders. Our football players, coaching staff. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. Love being in Greenwood, and I don't think anybody does homecoming like Greenwood does. This is a fantastic event. Love having it, and I hope this is the first tailgate of many, many to come. It's pretty special.
Well, we've definitely had fun putting this together. It's been a little raw, and you know, for the first time out, but I've had a blast being here today. So,
well, big shout out to Justin Brooks and company for the desk.
Yep, it looks nice. You're gonna have to roll this out for everything going forward now. I think.
Look out, Home Depot. I think built by Roosters is.
I tell you what,
gonna be on ESPN before long.
Coach Martin, you want to add anything to that, or?
Yeah, I just appreciate all the community, the families, and support that we get. It's easy for us to just not have a good side of kind of predicted. And so to take a break from that and join out family, it's just a big part of what the is about. So I appreciate it.
Yep, solid community foundation in Greenwood. I was talking to one gentleman. They started setting up at noon today. We've got smokers and food everywhere. So, it's something definitely special, especially with the terrible wind that we've got.
Well, that's commitment there.
Yeah,
that's commitment. We're
start sprinkling on us a little
7
bit.
hours if you set up at noon. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Man, guys, we appreciate you coming out, sit down and talk with us. We're getting some sprinklers here. We'll let you get out of the rain, but really enjoying the success you're having here. 2-game win streak. We're 3-1 on the season. Already matched our win total from last year. And I mean, the sky's the limit. These guys are playing great. You guys got them motivated. They're moving, and it's great to be up in the box and watch what you guys are doing on the field. So thank you guys for the hard work.
For sure.
Likewise. Thank you guys for the coverage. We really appreciate it.